Greetings from the House of Representatives. This is your State Representative Kerry Condotta with our weekly update. Well, we're getting ready to wind this thing down. Just a couple weeks to go. First, I'd like to thank everybody that participated in our Teletown Conference. This is a new technology that allows us to communicate throughout our district with all of you via telephone. It's an interesting technology. It's a machine that actually calls up to 25,000 plus people in our district, and then we get to converse with you. You can send your questions in, and over several thousand people participated, I should say, in this one. With Senator Parlett and myself, it was a big success. I'm sorry all of you didn't get your questions answered, but the fact is we did get written statements on those questions, and we'll try to answer as many of them as we can. Let's talk about what some of the large concerns are in the last few weeks. Obviously, the budget takes the front and center position here. But what you have to remember, and most people don't realize, is this budget that's been written, as draconian as it may sound, is still spending more money than the previous budget. That's an amazing thing when you keep hearing about $9 billion deficits. There's never been a $9 billion deficit. That would have to be a $39 billion budget, and that simply doesn't exist or couldn't exist under these conditions. The fact is the revenue stream is holding up relatively well even in these severe economic conditions, and we have actually a little bit more money to spend in the next 2 years than we had in the last 2 years. And the fact is in the last 2 years we spent almost 33% more than we did just a few years before that. So why does it seem so bad? Well, the fact is the priorities are wrong. Too many cuts in higher education, too many cuts in K through 12 education, taking away state parks when we have all kinds of other pet programs that are still involved. We're going to keep working on this over the next few weeks, a lot of negotiations, a lot of amendments, and the fact is we hope to change some of those priorities to improve them. Now, the state parks issue looks to be coming in the right direction. It seems that we've come up with an idea, or some folks have, which says there will be an optional $5 fee on license renewals. That seems reasonable, although I still believe that with $33 billion to spend, we could put the actual operating costs in the state budget. Remember, just a few years ago, state parks, DNR, and other natural resource agencies had over 3.5% of the budget. Now they have less than 1%. They've been completely squeezed out of the budget. Not a good situation. I think it could be in the budget, but if this is all we can do to save state parks, they're very important, we'll look at that option. That has been one of the biggest concerns considering most of those state parks were in our district. We'll keep you posted on that and other things as the budget continues. There'll be negotiations on transportation, capital, and the operating budget over the next few weeks, and we'll be reporting to you on the radio, here on TV, and every other chance we get, including email. If you're not on our email list, please send us an email and get on the list. You'll get an update every week via that medium also. Thank you very much for listening. This is your State Representative Kerry Condotta. We'll see you next week.